Okay. This time I will make sure to not have myself muted. So that way everybody can hear me throughout the entire thing. But let's get started here. So my initial thought process is to do kind of like a shelf kind of thing, because all my stuff I have is all within like an inch, 2 inches. So I'm thinking like 3 like 2-inch shelves, you know, something like that with at an angle. That way I can slide stuff in without it falling out. So let's grab a side plane here. Let's get a general shape going. So the max my printer can do is 250, I want to say. Oh, I gotta look. 5, 10, 20, yeah, 250. 250 width and 205 height or something like that. So let's dimension this. So 250 is my max. So let's make this like 240. Get the max amount of room. And then 210 is my max height. So let's make it 200. Let's bring this in to bring the walls of the thing in. Actually, I want to extrude it out at an angle. So I need to go less height. That way when I go at an angle, I'm not going off the print bed. Oops. Let's go back and edit this. So let's do more like 150. And have 3 50mm high shelves, which is approximately 2 inches. So, yeah, that sounds pretty good. How thick is, because the thickest thing I have here, I have my calipers box, which is 25, so that's perfect. And then I have graphing calculator. That guy's also like 25, a little bit over 26. So 50 for a shelf height should be just about perfect. Should fit pretty much anything I have in there. So now let's do an offset of this. Let's make our wall just a millimeter. Doesn't have to be much. So when you print with the 3D printer, you're printing in layers that are going to be a width of about 0.4 millimeters, because that's the size nozzle I have there. So ideally I do want this in a multiple of 0.4. So 4, 8, 12, so 1.2 would make sense to do. Rhyming. Okay, and then let's throw 2 more. Here's our 2 shelves. I'll fix where they're at in a second. Let's add a line here for the spacing of the shelves. So this will go to the first shelf, second shelf, and the bottom. And I'm going to just take these 3 lines I just drew in line. I'm going to tell them all to be equal to each other. And that'll force them to all be the same. And then I can grab these guys. Oopsie. I want them to be equal. They only need to be 1.2 as well. And I want the bottom of them to align with the ends of these lines that I just made. So if I do a point here, this isn't ideal. I'm guessing, yeah, because that's about 50. Yeah, it looks about right. Okay, so that'll give me 3 shelves. One on the bottom, one in the middle, one up the top. Now, do I want any sideways dividers within here? I probably want like, because what, this is 240. 240 divided by 3. I don't feel like thinking. It's about 80. 80 in width. What's the width of my graphing calculator and whatnot? So, oof. My calipers is 90, so that's no good. So let's just divide it by 2. Let's divide it in half. Go with that. That way I still have some compartmentalizing compartmentally, whatever. You get the idea. So, you know, center point rectangle off the theoretical center here. Here we go. And this guy is going to be equal. Come on. To this guy. There we go. So I got 6 compartments. So let's get out of here. Extrude. Grab all our different sections that we got. Okay, that's looking good. So I'm going to extrude those up, but also I need to go at an angle. Let's see if there's a good way to do that with this. Distance, tamper. I feel like this is going to, yep, it's going to make it bigger as it goes up. Which we do not want. We want the whole thing to extrude at an angle. Might have to do a loft. Sketch. Copy. So I'm going to create a plane above this. Where is it? Where is it? Where? Construct. Offset plane. And how tall do I want stuff? I can go pretty tall. I can go like 200 millimeters tall. But do I need 200 millimeters? Let's go, what's like, because if it goes too deep of pockets, then it's going to be really hard to reach the stuff inside of it. Yeah, so we'll go with this. What's my maximum reaching here? 88. So if I call it 90, let's do that. Seems like a good strategy, because that way I can for sure reach all the way to the back here. So let's go 90 up. Sketch on this guy. Paste this guy, but now I have to offset him a little bit. Offset him 30 millimeters. Sure. Sounds good to me. Now, let's loft. From sketch 1. Okay. Making sure I grab everything there. That did not quite do what I wanted it to do. Let's go back into here and trim up some stuff to make sure that we're not having it screw itself up. Yeah, so here I'm just getting rid of all these extra lines that we definitely don't need. That way when I pick the extrusion profile, it should select it all at once instead of me having to select all these areas individually. Okay. Should just have to run down this side and I should be good to go. Okay. Might as well get rid of these just to clean it up a little bit. Make sure I don't miss anything. Okay. So that one's good. Now let's edit this one. Same thing here. Trim it up. All the clicking. The grid backline, the background grid lines are kind of throwing me off, not gonna lie. Because they're kind of like light blue, especially when I'm only looking at grid lines. Oop. There we go. Couple more to do. Uh-oh. What did I just do? I'm an idiot. Okay. Back to trimming. Looks like T is the command for that, so can use that. See, that was that blue line throwing me off. Okay, let's get this right side here, and we're ready to try this extrude loft again. So extrude is just going to basically take whatever you have drawn in 2D and bring it straight up or down, or cut it up or down. You're just going in one direction. This loft will take one profile and make two or more profiles and match them up into each other. So let me get rid of these guys. Add a new one. This should select everything at once. Perfect. And the second profile is this guy. And it still does not want to loft it how I want. I mean, this is... Why is it doing this? Does it only do exterior surfaces for some reason? Damn. I could try sweeping. I don't have a path. That's not going to work. I wonder if I can now sweep cut these circles out. Let's try that. Or the squares out. So let's do the loft again. Okay, that works. That's stupid. You shouldn't have to do it this way. Should have been able to do that automatically, but whatever. That's okay. There's probably a way to do it, but it should have worked right away. But I'll just do it this way. Keep it easy. This is like terrible practice to have a bunch of different lofts that are all the same. Okay, there we go. We need to add a bottom to this. Otherwise, all this stuff's going to fall to the back. Well, I guess it won't because it's up against the wall, but I want it to be able to... Okay. We have got our... What is going on? Okay, it's coming straight down instead of end angle. Okay. We've got ourselves a box right here. So now, last step, fill it. Got to fill it everything. So, let's get a fillet going. I'm actually... I don't know what I'm going to do. Hold on. Please hold. I'm deciding what I want to do here. Yeah, I'll just fill it everything. That'll make sure that nothing really gets stuck in the corners. Trying to go a little systematic here so I don't miss a line. Should be 4 in every single corner here. So that one's good. This has only got 1. It should have 2. I'm too close. Can't see what I'm doing. Okay, 4. Oh, missed the bottom of this guy. There we go. I'm looking for this plus. Missing this guy. Missing this. Nope. Misclicked. Or I clicked on the wrong thing. Sorry for talking quiet. Alright, we got 4 coming up to the top and 4 splitting off. Perfect. And I only got 1 coming this way. Okay, so the middle's good. Double check our outside edge here. There we go. That one's good. Check our other edge. We got only 1, so we need the other one. This guy. And this guy. So now the problem is if we just fillet these insides, here, we're going to do the outsides as well. That way the outsides also look pretty. You got to be careful. If you just do the outsides, it's actually going to cut into your inside and not work out too well for you. I do want to leave the back completely flat. So that way, when it's up against the wall, it should match up nicely. Don't need that line. Nope. Okay, and actually I want to put a decent radius on this too. Ooh, do I have two of them selected here? I do, but I want that. Those 2... Down here, got those 2. You don't need to be rounded. And I got those 2. Okay. Looking good. Let's put like 5 on it. Yeah. Did I miss anything? ovalish, ovalish, oval. I think, by Joe, I got them all. Okay, we are good to go. So let's get this ready to print. I'll be back when we're officially printing.